Good morning, Carmel Catholic. Welcome to our broadcast of Carmel Digital Network Student News on January 27th. I'm Hannah Ahrens.
And I'm Owen Hodges. We have a terrific show planned for all of you today. First, we have some announcements covering the happenings around Carmel this week, and this is our fourth take.
Attention all girls interested in playing volleyball this year. We have contact days on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:15 to 5 p.m. Contact Coach Paisley with any questions.
Are you up for a challenge? Do you want to test your limits? Then the wrestling team wants you. We are starting weightlifting and open mat contact days. If you are interested, contact Coach Kuykendall or stop by room 105. And I'm sure the team does not want me.
All students are welcome to join the Power of Praise Night on Tuesday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. This is a fun, relaxed, and faith-filled opportunity to pray together, hear students talk about their faith in Jesus Christ, and listen to powerful music while worshiping our Lord in Eucharistic adoration. This concept was designed completely by Carmel students for Carmel students. Please see your email and Corsairs Pray on Instagram for more information.
Want to know where your friends are going to college? No? Then stop listening.
Well, if you do, check out cchs.seniors.2021 on Instagram. You might even see one of us here featured.
Now time for Weather with Willie. But before we do that, this is the first one I've hosted, so I want to show you all my chemistry socks that I got for Christmas. Yeah, some organic molecules. Yeah, it's my contribution. You won't see me on here again. All right, bye.
Hello there, everyone! Welcome back to Hip News with Hip Harvey. I'm Hip Harvey, and it's the first Hip Harvey of 2021, which is pretty cool. So today's news is actually quite important, so if I could actually have your full attention. Nintendo's releasing an Animal Crossing makeup line. Yes, you heard me right. Nintendo's teaming up with ColourPop to make an Animal Crossing makeup line. ColourPop is a company that has done some collabs in the past with some pretty big IPs, including Sailor Moon. The Sailor Moon makeup line includes such masterpieces as Moon Prism Powder and Sailor Moon. It's just called Sailor Moon. The Animal Crossing makeup line will be coming out on January 28th. So make sure to tune in next Friday for CDN for the very first episode of Hip Makeup with Hip Harvey. Yeah, that's not happening. Well, that's all I had to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll maybe see you next week. Depends on if I want to make a video or not. Yeah? Goodbye!
Good morning, happy Wednesday. We're starting off quite brisk this morning. Right now, 27 in Waukegan, 23 in Mattawa. Right now, 19 in Fox Lake, 17 in Twin Lakes. Harvard at 16 degrees, and Beloit at 15 down to the south. Cities at 30, Evanston at 30 degrees as well. Temperatures at noontime really not going anywhere. 25 in Mattawa, 27 in Waukegan, Evanston at 29, and the city at 29 as well. Right now, 19 degrees at Carmel Catholic, 77% humidity, dew point at 13 degrees, and a rather strong wind right now, 16 mile per hour out of the northwest. We'll see gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout the day. Sunset just before 5 o'clock this evening. Going into the hourly forecast now, as I mentioned, temperatures really not going anywhere throughout the day. We will get up into low and mid 20s by 12 p.m. with cloud cover really sustaining itself throughout the day before dropping off into the low 20s as we hit 4 o'clock. So we had this snowstorm come in Monday night into Tuesday. The original forecast was around 8 to 10 inches. But most places picked up about 4 to 6 isolated 7 inches closer to the lake, where a lake effect really enhanced those totals. But they could have been much, much higher. Here's why. We saw the moisture begin to move in around 6 p.m. and you can see here's 9 p.m. from our next red radar. You can see we did have heavy snow starting to develop from Alsip to DeKalb out to Rockford and Freeport, but this area of no precipitation obviously is where we are. So why did this happen? Well, we had a lot of dry air in place, more than we thought, and this dry air kind of kept the moisture from reaching the ground, kind of prohibiting it from getting anywhere. And we saw this moisture start to push in, and the dry air was really eliminating it because of this dry slot. However, down to the south and west here, the moisture had built up enough to saturate the atmosphere, and it was starting to reach the ground. But again, up here, that just wasn't happening yet. But as sufficient moisture started to move in more and more towards midnight or so, that's when snow started falling, and it continued falling throughout the day on Tuesday. And we really saw that lake effect kick in as we hit the morning hours of Tuesday. Areas right along the lake probably picked up 2 to 3 additional inches from that lake effect snow. Talking about our next storm system, that's coming in here Saturday into Sunday, and this is the GFS model, the Global Forecasting System, the American model, for 7 p.m. on Saturday. Now it's showing this band of heavier snow across the area. We're going to keep an eye on this. We are still quite a few days out. Very high uncertainty at this point. If anybody gives you snowfall totals before Thursday, I would say just ignore them, because we don't have enough data at this time. And look at the color changes here. Down to the south at about I-80 we have rain, and up north here much lighter snow. So just a small change in this low pressure from this model run could mean a much different picture. If it decides to go north a little bit, that's going to move that warmer air farther north and probably put us in the warm sector, which means more rain. And if it goes south, then we're not going to get this very heavy band of snow. We'll get some lighter snow, but that would mean lower totals. So right now we're looking at the potential for a few inches of accumulation. Again, not going to totals right now. High uncertainty at this time for this forecast. We will keep you posted as we get closer to this event. Going into the 7-day forecast now. Today, high of 26, mostly cloudy skies. The potential exists for a few lake effect snow showers with minimal accumulation. We get down to 8 degrees tonight as a colder air mass comes in behind that snowstorm that came yesterday and Monday night. And looking throughout the week, more seasonable temperatures with highs in the upper 20s and low 30s. We do keep the chance of snow in the forecast on Sunday with a high of 31 degrees down to 24. And into next week, the extended forecast calls for low 30s and more cloud cover. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.